Okay, so this is July, again, July 27, 2026, and Mr. Perry wants to know why I won't leave the guys helping me to go with him willingly. They're like laughing. They're like, he doesn't know you, or he wouldn't have to ask that question. Well, by the way, we can get names and we can produce results, and you can't, sir. Okay, we don't get into people's business unless we have a legal reason to do that. We don't break in people's homes and tear up their stuff. Where you're all about the bacteria and the poison and mangled bodies and murder and nosy body and boring and you don't work. You just sit there and watch everybody else work and you don't have a life. You took her BMW and gave her, a bunch of crap cars here and then you wreck those too. We don't tear up people's property and you do, and I can get names and you can't, is what my boss said. And I agree. I'm with him 100%. We don't butt into people's business without a legal reason to do so. We don't rip apart families. We've reunited many families, and that is some of the happiest parts of our careers, being able to reunite a family that some monster like you ripped up and tore apart and separated. We like returning property, not taking property. We're Neiman Marcus and you're like ghetto Kmart, and then you're Kmart boy. And, you took her BMW and you gave her these crap cars and then you wrecked those too. And if you knew Cynthia, that's not her thing. Okay, she's BMW, she's Neiman Marcus, and you're ghetto Kmart. And there's no way. And we can get names and you can't. We can produce results and you can't. And there's a lot of people that have told us we've helped them in the past. We're not doing it this time. They pushed it too far. Especially what they did to her kid. It's just pushed it way too far. So this time we're not going to help them. And he said a lot of people are making fun of him behind their back because they're off the rails weirdo. Okay, we don't act like you. We can get names and we can produce results and you can't. They've protected me from you. Okay, you've tried to kill me. You've tried to kidnap me. We've heard you talking about stealing my driver's license, stealing my phone, virus, tear up property, climb in the window and kidnap her. Okay, if you were the kind of people that everyone liked, you don't have to kidnap. Okay, you don't have to kidnap women if they like you. Okay, look at this. I mean, this is outrageous, sir. We're not all about the stink and the bacteria and the poison and the mangled bodies and the, murder, rape, and I still can't see the photo. Men are afraid that women will make fun of them. Women are afraid men will kill us. Yep. So, and we are. See? When you ask men what they're afraid of, they're afraid women will make fun of them. When you ask women what they're afraid of, they're afraid men will kill them. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. This is what these guys helping me are all about. Relieve suffering caused by crime. You cause the suffering. You cause the problems. People in power don't like problems. They don't like your problems. So you're not getting people to help you like you're used to, are you? Okay, my guys are very highly respected, very high-class people. Definitely Neiman Marcus, not your ghetto Kmart. They don't break into people's homes and tear up their stuff and make everything, a thing and a problem. They get rid of all that. They get rid of it. They don't go around butting into things that aren't their concern unless they have a legal reason to do so. And you do. They can get names, you cannot. They can get names and information. Nobody will help you with anything, any of that. Nobody's helping you. That's what's real. That's what's actual. That's results. I have 150 names to your none. Nobody will give you even one name of anybody on our team so that you can get me fired and get them backed off. They're high class, high respected. These are Neiman Marcus kind of guys. They reunite families. They don't tear them up. They return property that is stolen. They don't take property that's not theirs to take. They're not all about bacteria and poison and whatever stinks. And let's all make a problem. And then go, why don't people like us? Okay, I had a BMW. You took it. You ruined it, didn't you? Okay, and then I get your crap cars here, and then you ruin those too. I'm taking your steak. I'll give you canned food, and then I'm going to take that too. And then I'm going to brag about it, but wonder why nobody will help me with even one name. And then you run around going, how'd she find out about that? How'd she know about that? You know what else we found out about? We found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. Nobody else said it before we did. Okay, you forget that. That's the kind of help I have. You want me to leave that for some guy who can't even get a name and everybody makes fun of you because you're a fucking weirdo? They don't tell you to your face, they tell us. They make fun of you because you're a fucking weirdo. You embarrass them. They want me to sign up for that. Pass. Not this time. They have taken this too far. They have taken this way too far. Why isn't she with her kid yet? Why are they still messing with her kid? And why are you? Everybody wants to know, Charles, people that used to help you. You know, when you call, I need you to get her fired, and I need you to back off. Not this time. Maybe I helped you in the past. I'm not helping you this time. You took it too far. Okay, my guys aren't all about your. They don't do things the way you do them, and they can get names and results and information, and you can't. And you run around going, how'd she know about that? How'd she find out about that? How'd she know to do that? How'd she know not to do that? Who leaked? Leaked what to who? Leaked what to who? I had a BMW. Now I got crap cars. Ever since you came around. And then you wrecked those too. We don't break into people's homes and tear up property that doesn't belong to us. If you like tearing up property, tear up your own fucking property. Your kids aren't in a hospital. Mine is. We don't rip up your family. You ripped up mine. The guy's helping me reunite families. Return property. Return financial loss. And you take, at the end of the day, Mr. Perry, the results are sir, 420 pages of the shit you wanted covered up. That you paid a lot of money to get it covered up, and it has never been this uncovered in your life. Including, we found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. Depositions weren't taken yet. So we said it in January, February, and March. Dear Florida State's Attorney, he didn't do it. You got the wrong guy. He was drugged. And by the way, he didn't get a full talks panel prior to the evidence being altered by Narcan. Then, in May, we said it in January, February, March, in May, first responders were deposed, and they said we gave him Narcan because he appeared to be having a reaction to being overdosed with opioids. He was in respiratory distress. He was unconscious. He was dying. He didn't look like he'd been hit in a fight and knocked out in a fight. He was dying of opioid overdose. So we gave him Narcan, and he came to. He lived because we did that. He came to. He didn't have a head injury from being knocked out in a fight. He was dying of a drug overdose. So we gave him Narcan. And he's fine now. That didn't hit the docket until June or July. We said it in January, February, March. What in the hell did you do that to him for, Mr. Perry? And you can't figure out why nobody will help you with any names and no information, and I'm not fired, and you're not getting them to back off, and we find out before, not after. So your thing doesn't work. You're all about the poison. You're all about the drugs. You're all about murder. You're all about rape. You're all about broke. You're all about, stink and poison and nasty and drugs and weirdo, and people make fun of you when they don't hate you. I'll tell you, the animosity against you people is at a fever pitch right now. You can believe me or not, I really don't care. We don't care what you believe. We don't care what you think. It's not really our problem, is it? We get this out of what you believe and what you think. And you got nothing, not even one name. You're not quoting our meetings. You're not quoting our phone calls. You don't have the guys' names. Nobody wants to help you. Nobody. Why would I leave people that can do this and they're kind and they're giving and they reunite families and they return property and money to go with people who tear everything up and ruin all things good? Why would I do that? Guys who can get this because they're not like you. You call and badmouth me. You go into court and lie about me. They call and talk me up. So why would I leave them for you? You don't know me at all, or you would think no such thing. And you can't run around and go, why don't they like us? We took everything you have. We ruined everything good for you. We ran off your whole family. Why don't you like us? You can't do it. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you say something like that? With a straight face? Are you saying it with a straight face? Why don't we like you? Come on. Even you ought to know the answer to that, sir. You're a fucking weirdo, and you're very cruel. And the animosity against you people, all of you people, is at a fever pitch. So when people aren't hating on you, they're making fun of you. They laugh at you. If you knew everybody who laughs at you and makes fun of you because you're weirdos, you're weirdo. It'd be embarrassed like everybody else would be. That's why we don't do what you do. They're not going to tell you that to your face. They tell us. They just tell us. Okay, so you've got some societal rejections and consequences, social consequences for what you're doing. You have it now. Are you too dumb to look at it and see? These are some of the consequences to the nasty that you are. The cruel that you are. Our guys are nice. Nice as they could be. Your kindness will reward you. Your cruelty will destroy you. Because people don't like that. They want you destroyed. And they'll work very hard to make sure that's what happens. Okay, nobody picked a fight with you. I moved twice not to have a fight. I really wanted my son safe. I really wanted him to be as far away from you as I could get him. So for you to have been going behind my back and get access to him, I don't go to your kids. None of us go to your kids. And hurt him as bad as you've hurt him and continue to hurt him. A lot of people who used to help you would not help you now. I've helped those guys in the past. They took this too far. Not this time. Not this time. So, whoever Judge Judy Egan, Judge McClendon, whoever looks at this, can look at the docket on Mike's case and see what I'm talking about. Because my emails were filed as evidence with my motion to intervene. When it became apparent they were going to try to intentionally prevent me from testifying before the jury, they're trying to get me kicked out of my home. They're trying to make me fail college. All at the same time I'm going through all that. I filed a motion to intervene. I didn't know what else to do. I barely know Mike Neely. Here's the thing, Mr. Perry. The guys that helped me were all the same. Okay? We'll lose our shirt, but we're going to make sure we help people that we can help. And a lot of people respect that about me, that I've made the major sacrifices I've made to try to help a man I don't know. I met him twice. Okay? But he's got a wife and a son and a kid and family. And they need him at home. And you caused him to lose. He's a cop. I came from a cop family. My whole family was cops. So there's a loyalty there for me. Also, he was, I can't imagine not doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I can't. Okay, we're not like you. And I can get this and you can't. I'm not going to leave people that are like me and they can get information and produce results. Okay, to go with some monster who ruins everything good. So while I'm trying to help Mike Neely by testifying for him, they're trying to get me kicked out of my apartment. They're trying to make me fail college. I had some bad grades during that period of time. I did the homework. They just messed up my computer so I couldn't upload it in time. So once it's past a certain day, it's done. That's it. You don't get to count the homework. They did that to me a lot. I was on the dean's list. And they started talking, we can't let her pass college. We can't let her be on the dean's list. We ruin all things good. We got to ruin that too. get her kicked out of her apartment. Okay, we're retaliating because she's trying to help this officer that we were trying to murder. Because he was going to do the right thing and we don't like the right thing. We ruin. We're ruined. We're all about the stink, the ruin, the creepy, the weirdo, the bacteria, the poisons, the murder, the mangled bodies, the ruined finances, the ruined relationships, the ruined families. That's what we do all day long, 24/7. Why won't somebody give us a name? And a lot of people, I'd help them in the past, not this time. They pushed it too far. This is too far. What they did to our kid is unimaginable. This is way too far. What they're still doing to him is unimaginable. Why isn't she there? Why is he butting into that? What's he hiding? Why is he hiding it? So, I will not help him. Pass. They want me to help. I'm not helping them this time. Not this time. They pushed it too far. Way the fuck too far. That's where I get off the train. Okay, and I'm nothing like them. Those guys are weirdos. Yep. We know. We know firsthand. Okay, what does this say? Her people know what everybody wants. It's not this. You don't want her finding out before? Here's the thing. Her people know what everybody wants. It's not this. Her people know what everybody wants. It is not this. Her people know what everybody wants. It is not this. She'll find out again tomorrow because they don't like what you're doing. They don't like it. It's called social consequences. You're abhorrent. I'm not going to leave people who are high class and high respected to go be with a monster like you, who people hate so much they won't even help you with one name in 15 years. You creep everybody out that bad. You piss people off that much. The animosity against you guys is at a fever pitch. And you're too dumb to get that. You're not getting it. The animosity against you is at a fever pitch, and you're not getting that. And there's no fucking way I'd leave people who have protected me all this time from you to go be with you. There's no fucking way. And if you knew me at all, like they do, you wouldn't even wonder about that. You wouldn't even wonder about that. You want to climb in my window and kidnap me out of my window? We heard you talking about that? Really? Okay, well, let's duly note it for the record again. Yet another kidnapping conversation. So, because of what you've done to me and my kid, and what you're continuing to do to me and my kid, is unimaginable to anyone who's normal. There are people, I guess, that helped you in the past that will not help you this time. It's too much. You pushed it too far. Okay, my guys are cool. They can get information, just like that. Okay, nobody's making fun of them. They're respected. They're very highly respected. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I would never want a creepy guy like you. There's no damn way. I would never want somebody who hurt my kids. Or go behind my back and have them lie to me. There's no damn way. I would never want somebody who takes my Neiman Marcus and my BMW and gives me canned food for my steak and some old beat up clunker and then ruins that too. If you get anywhere near me, I'll kill you dead. Because you're dangerous. And you're all about the poisons and the drugs and the bacteria and the murder and the rape and the ripping up and ruining. And nobody will help you with even one name 15 years into this. Your money that you paid for a cover-up bought us information. 150 names to your none. 35 of your code words to your nothing. 420 pages of your meetings and your phone calls, and that's not the half of it. To your none. We got results, you don't. We got results, but they're not the ones you wanted. We're getting the ones we want. So I'm not going to leave people the go-to guys, high class, normal, fun people, wouldn't hurt a fly, for some monster like you who abhors people. I told you to fuck off. And you haven't shut up all day. So there'll be consequences. Okay? You'll pay all week with intel until they finally get you and put you in jail. And that's done and over with. And you're going to have a whole lot more to worry about than where I live, Gordy. Okay? If you had any brains at all, I think what I said was there was a congressman that saw all the stuff we have. And he said, when you said don't invade her privacy, don't contact her and her family, she cannot be broke and have problems and laws because of you. give it back and get out, or I'll get more and do it for you. And I'm looking at all this stuff you have. No intelligent person could come to the conclusion they had a choice. So why did they? Are they dumb? Well, they're worse than dumb. And they're arrogant about it. That's what's really funny. They're arrogant about it. Wow. I'm not helping him. Maybe I have before, but not this time. It's pushing it too far. So, does that answer your question? I said no, and my answer's no. And now you're just pissing me off. And things don't go well for you when you piss me off.